wejitunga chinene. Kamulangu we, kamulangu we, kamulangu we, kamulangu we, yeah. Kamulangu wejitunga chinene. Chombe, 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 chombe. Ombasu kwali kululure pa sasa ndali mbaranga kulondokhana nende obulamu bwanje nendo la obulamu buno mundu wanje chibwenyanga stress tawe nokhulya bulei nokhuyikura bulaitsa nende bushuma nokhushina tsa musiki nokhutsaha nokhumwenya nokhubaya urire mundu wanje ai mama oi
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That is Kamulangu with, of course, Muhonja Afrika. Anakuja msijari. This is flight LV 001 destination Cloud 9. I'm your captain, Dr. Fixit. And for the next 1.5 hours, I'll be flying you to story za mapenzi. For now, let's get more of Kamulangu with one and only, anaitwa nani udem? Muhonja Afrika. Sijui kwa pio jina.
Kamulangu wejitunga chinene. Kamulangu we, kamulangu we, kamulangu we, kamulangu we, yeah. Kamulangu wejitunga chinene. Chombe, 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 chombe. Ai,
kwa tamasha. Macha chimbonde, lokete, kamata, simba, Muhonja.
Mazesi, hiyo imeweza sana. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. As always, a pleasure bringing you this and much more from TheArtsinHeart. My name is Likuyani Eli, for those who do not know, and they call me Dr. Fixit when it comes to Friday mapenzi bez. Remember, the flight is LV001. Tunaenda hadi mapenzi time. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful one, the gorgeous, the singer, the African voice, the one, Muhonja. Muhonja.
Mambo.
Wewe tu ndio unafurahisha wanaume na kiuno.
Yes. Ni Yesu tu.
Yesu hayuko hapo, usiekelee Yesu. This has nothing to do with Jesus.
It's Jesus.
Anyway, he fixed it all, just like Dr. Fixit. For those who are joining us for the first time, kindly let us know where you're watching us from, and you can always hashtag us with TheArtsinHeart. Ukipenda sana kama imekufurahisha, ongeza the perspective. My guest tonight, Muhonja, has stories. You know, there's this lady that sang the song, "The Heart Wants What It Wants," and clearly, Muhonja knows what that story is all about. Muhonja, hebu julisha wajamaa wewe ni nani, and then let's just take it out.
Okay, thank you for having me. My name is Muhonja. I'm an artist, social activist, a mother, um, the founder of Muhonja Mujega Foundation. I am also feminist, and
Aya.
today I am wearing the coat of orator or storyteller today. Today's just stories, yani. Hey, because
Stories.
what the heart wants. Well,
Muhonja, before we can just dissect everything, and because we are having a conversation, guys, you can join us in the comment section. Be sure to be part of the conversation. Some people are wondering, Aki Daktari, what it means. Literally and loosely translated is Aish, or oh my God, doctor. I don't know what kind of doctor we are talking about. We are about to find out because Muhonja is here to tell her story of love. And on Fridays, it's all about love. Be it the sweet sour, be it the one that makes you feel like you are on top of the world and you're riding on LV001 flight, courtesy of Dr. Fixie. That's all for you to find out. But now, Muhonja, can we just start this? Have you ever been in love?
Of course, I have. I have. Yeah.
At what age did you start knowing these things called love?
Um. Let's just say love depends on what you want to define it as, but I think my first love was in high school. In story ingine, this is another story where you need to book me again so we speak about this particular first love. Maybe character development all through. Hey man, people should just be nice to me now. Mhm. So I think the first time I loved someone was in high school. He was my first love, and it was beautiful. To be honest, it was beautiful. I think maybe because forbidden fruit tastes sweet. Yeah. So
Allah,
because,
Allah,
yeah,
you already started talking
we
bad
are trying.
manners. What was
Now,
this that was forbidden?
no, I mean, like you're in high school, you're not supposed to be having these boy-girl relationships, and if you have them, you have to sneak around to have them. Like we used to have Wahindi in school. Wahindi are called what in English? Indians. Yes, in school. So so they were not borders. They used to be day scholars. I went to Mukumu Girls. So you can imagine for our relationship to thrive, it depended on the moods of these Wahindi because you would send them with a letter. They take to their friends who went to Kakamega High School and drop. And it depended also on their moods.
Oh, so you'll give a letter of love, bombasticating to Mr. X, and then the Muhindi will decide. They are not going to hand over this kabarua to the person that is needed. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And then, so you have to pay them, actually bribe them or something. Like you buy them crepes. We used to call them kriba. You buy them and say, hey, I'll buy you kriba. So just drop my letter. So you're there hoping and praying that it gets. But fortunately for me, all my letters went, and I didn't even have money to buy these people kriba. They just loved me. And I was just happy for that. And also his letters came. So you see, it was troublesome because sometimes he would send me gifts in form of his blazer, his tie, his socks, and I would be in class. People are studying, and I'm fantasizing with with. Oh my God. Until the time I was caught wearing full Kakamega High School uniform. And I used to keep my hair short, like really short in high school. So the deputies patrolling with the head of dormitories, head of boarding section, and then they see someone in full uniform ya Kakamega High School, and they think it's actually a dude in that dormitory.
But you were
So
just in love.
I was just in love. I was just wearing my boyfriend's regalia and just reminiscing all the good times. So that was the first time I was in love, if you like.
You know, Muhonja, that's funny because, you know, people think this idea of people wearing their boyfriend's shirts started at home. This thing started in high school, apparently, and Muhonja is a good one to tell that part of story. But for now, let's just welcome everybody that is watching tonight. If you are here, thank you so much for tuning in. You know, you can always come in and tell us where you're watching us from. Tuko hapa na Nancy Mage says, watching from South Holland. Who the hell is South Holland? Let us know which country it is we are talking about. We have Godi Segero. You are being tagged to come mbio sana hapa kwa sababu Muhonja, the African queen. Hey, oh, shatbatizo hapa African queen. I don't know what is African about you, but it's great. We will be finding out. Sarah Ayuma says, yes, mama, you have done it.
That's my mom. That's my mom.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, mami. Mtoto yako alifanya vitu high school. Hey, you'll be finding out things you never heard about. You just thought she was good. Alianza kukuvaa nguo za wenyewe akiwa high school. Marion Musindi Muhonja. Okay.
Oh, God.
Nobody's seeing me here tonight, but it's all right. Keep winning, my love. I'm tuned in cause more love. Ni Yesu. Umesahau tu. That is Gudrin Gala. And Carol say, finally, yes, finally we are on and we are there. We have Harry MB. Amesema 21st century relationship can be summarized in a few statements. Sandy, yet rosy, beginning with rocky progressions, messy, teary, and premature endings. Hey, these are some of the things zenye zinaumiza Muhonja. Hata tuhonjesha hiyo story. Muhonja. Serketa ID anasema, hey B, sijui wewe ndio B ama ndio bibi, lakini unajua, don't worry, people are watching from different platforms here, so we understand if you can get some comments, you're like, yeah, umetoka wapi? Don't worry, we are all under one roof, and we encourage you sasa, so that we have a big family, all move to YouTube because most of us are there. Matasio come here. Okay, huyu mama kusalimia marafiki zake. Thank you so much, Rhoda. Gaddafi amesema TheArtsinHeart. Hello everyone, this is Gaddafi. Karibu sana Gaddafi. Hey, Gaddafi ako na misuli. Unapenda wa misuli? Sijui ni mtaje, sijui ama niwache. Godrin Gala anauliza. Godrin Gala anauliza, ataje asitaje? Achome asichome? Oh, yeah. Okay, tuned in. Remember, nikiwa na scarf za madam from 4 different schools. Hey bro, ulianza mapema kukacheza. Soka fans banta. Yeye alikuwa anatembea na scarves za madam. Okay? I love wearing my BFS t-shirts and hoodies. Jesus Christ. Lucy Kahoya. Thank you so much for tuning in. Anasema watching. Muhonja, up to now, people have no idea why Aki Daktari. But let's leave this Kamuhindi story that was being given letters for a minute. Piga pause. Turudi kwa mapenzi moto.
Okay.
Daktari ni nani? Personify him.
Daktari ni mtu ambaye anatibu.
English, use English.
Daktari is Kiswahili for doctor, and I dated some doctor who did that thing. Alinifanyia ile kitu. And I happened to post about it on my WhatsApp because usually a lot of my interactions are on WhatsApp with my people, and it was funny, and people are laughing, but you know, I was reminiscing the times and thinking about how crazy I was, how stupid I was, how naive I was, and all that. So I met Daktari in high school, and it was. Yes, because I am a loyal person. If I love you, I love you, and it's you, and it's you, and it's you. So when I was meeting Daktari, I was seeing this other guy of mine, the one I had his full school uniform. And this Daktari was, I think, in a rival school. So there was no way I would be with both of them. I was loyal to my, my pastor. Yes.
I can imagine where this story is headed, but it's all right. Tuendelee na loyalty.
And the loyalty, yes, let me tell you. So along the way, we used to exchange letters here and there. This time, not with the Wahindi. This time, they would post to our school, and then the deputy principal would do that thing. She would go and parade like, "Where is Muhonja? Muhonja, you have 6 letters from I don't know where. You'll get punished, but at the end of the day, umesoma, umeandika, umepitisha chini ya maji. It's Jesus, it's the Lord." So we never really had that kind of interaction in high school until he finished high school because he was, I think, 2 or 3 years ahead of me.
Yeah.
So after he finished high school, we were on long holidays, not really long holidays, but holidays. Then he contacted me and he said, hi. At that time, my mom is watching, by the way, and she knows, she laughs about this all the time. So it's that time you're in high school, you don't have a phone, you only have this Nokia C10 or it's called C12, that one that you text and then you delete. You think ukifuta hapo it has deleted from the other end. You didn't know how to delete from the other end. So we would chat and then I delete and then I'm happy like mom has no evidence. And then mom goes to send. Then
Ay,
she
ay,
comes
ay,
and she
ay, ay,
beats
ay.
the hell out of me. And then in my stupid mind, I'm thinking, you know what? This is how love feels like. Everyone will oppose us and all that. Of course, mom was just trying to tell me you're too young for love and all that. So this Daktari finished. He was very bright. He finished high school and I think he went to study medicine and we lost touch because so much happened and I was loyal to my first boy, and we lost touch. So the other time we were catching up was when I was doing my internship at Kenyatta Hospital. So one time
Hai, daktari na intern
na
wamepatana.
intern, Yesu, ni hapa. So I am busy. I am there walking myself home and I bumped into this person that I know. Faces don't change. We grow old and older every day, but the face still stands. And he sees me and he freezes. Like, where have you been? I have been looking for you. Red flag number one. In fact, I had brought red flags here to show you red flag number one, red flag number two. I don't know
Ambia
where they
stage manager alete. Stage manager leta red flag as we continue.
amelala ambe serikali mpe kazi. So I am there thinking like, oh, and then it's that time that he comes into my life when I had just broken up with a guy that I was with, that I had been with for the longest time, and this time it felt um a bit heavy for me because now this love was not ile love ya high school ya kutoroka, deleting numbers, deleting. This one we were together. My parents knew him. His parents knew me, and we were such a huge couple in university. And then we had just broken up. So, so I meet this guy, and he says everything that my heart wants to hear. So we come home with him that day and to Kapika, we were happy. Hey, my parents are like, oh, umepatana hapi na daktari. So we speak, and then he says, he says he's studying medicine and all that, and we are happy, and we say, hey, ni Yesu. So along the line, I realized that he has a child. You see, along the line, not like, we are speaking. He first of all, I've told you, he comes home, he sees my baby, because that time I had moved back home because of a few reasons. So my child is there. So the
Wait,
first thing is,
so that we don't confuse people that are following keenly. Kuna watu wanapenda stories za watu sana. There are people who love listening to other people's fortunate or very big misfortunes of life. Make them miserable enough. This baby you're talking about was the baby to Daktari or Daktari and you didn't have a baby by the time you were meeting? So Daktari went to study medicine. You went to study biology.
sasa nani alikwambia I studied biology?
No, you went to germination. Okay, fine. It's all right. Continue.
No, this is not Daktari's baby. Let's stop it at that.
Okay, awesome.
So,
Now you meet Daktari. He's a parent. Okay, before that, you didn't know he was a parent, right?
No,
And then,
no.
did you tell him by the way, Mimi already did that thing? Did
No,
he
it was
know?
yeah. The evidence was there. The evidence was about 5 years old speaking for it. The evidence looks like me. So what was I supposed to do?
Okay, so they look you, they look baby, they know this is mama
They,
baby.
yes,
So by
they
the
know.
time you are arriving, you are a mature woman, ready to handle a doctor. Okay, doctor says something to you about babies or not?
Nothing, nothing absolutely. He is still very good with children. And they play, and because I'm like, oh, and then because he's not telling me, the first thing, if I came to your place early and I found your children and I played with them, I would be like, oh, your children remind me of my own child. That's automatic. But he is not mentioning anything to do with that. So clearly I assume he does not have any child.
He's a private citizen. Assumption, red flag.
Red flag number?
Assumption.
No, no, no. Red flag number two. Ah, we say it's okay. So we decide let's see how life goes, and we see if this was meant to be. So whenever we would be together, English speaking English is quite something. It's quite mouthful, but anyway, we'll try. So whenever we'd be together, there would be so many red flags. For instance, there was a time I was so tired from the word rounds because whenever we do word rounds together. The consultant, I don't know the who, the students there of medicine, the nurses, and everyone. So I was tired, I was fatigued, and then it's my first time experiencing death in real time. So I'm broken and I am sleeping. So I'm sleeping and I wish I sent you all these photos so that in the course of the stories, we would be like, so this is the part where she says this. So I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping, and I think I was sleeping on his laps or something, and he was making my
Where,
hair.
where, where,
Yes.
where,
Mapenzi. Mapenzi.
where, where? Wait, Daktari was making your hair.
Aki daktari
Oh,
wewe.
girl, you're just very lucky.
So as he's making my hair, I'm that kind of person who sleeps deeply, by the way, very deeply. You can carry me from here to happy. So I'm sleeping, and there are people in the house, like my cousins, my friends, and everyone in the house. And they're just chilling, and I'm sleeping. So apparently, Daktari picked some call, or I think he is the one who made a call. And they flattered the entire time while I am snoring on his laps, waking up with a pool of
Wait.
saliva on my face, looking very happy because I know nothing has happened. So when you wake up and then in the African families, people are looking at you like, and you're like, hey, what's going on here? And then my cousins pull me to the kitchen. Then they say, you know what? Your guy is not good. Why? Because he did this and that. He did red flag number 3. But I'm like, you know what? This is our love. I'm going to fight for it. So, you know what? You guys and your things, leave me alone. So I don't even ask him about it. We go on. We are doing good.
Yes.
We are doing fine. So one time we even move out. I moved out, but because they used to stay far from his school, and where I moved out to was close to school or hospital rather. So he would most of the time be found at my place. So it's like we literally stayed together for that period of time. So this is funny. Now, one time, I get stories even from the neighbors. They're like, this man of yours is, and I'm like, you know what? Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan.
Keep off. Wangu ni daktari.
Hey, kwanza ni daktari, hey. And then my mother is there like, I'm worried about you. My dad is like, hey, we're worried about you. My friends, because people, when you're in this very funny relationship, surprisingly, you don't even see it. It's always the other people outside who see it. You don't see it. So everyone is trying
Haters.
to
They are
warn
called
me again.
haters.
They are
Haters
haters.
see everything wrong about your relationship.
Na mimi sipangwingwi. You get. So kila mtu na maisha yake. Mm. So one time, this Daktari decides to do that thing for me. So he decides because now we are literally like living together, and he decides he was not going to come back home. So I'm there. I'm there. I am that kind of person. If you come, whether you come back home or not, that is none of my business.
I want you.
You know, I don't care. I honestly do not care. For me, it's as simple as you are safe. You are 32, you have 32 teeth. Hapo unless umeng'oa zingine, you are a mature person. You are a grown up. It's none of my business to stress myself giving you a call saying, hey, uko wapi? Who are you with? What are you doing? What are you drinking? No. I honestly think and feel that it is your responsibility to take care of yourself. And if you can't take care of yourself, then you can't take care of me. So he could go out and spend the night out. He did that once on me, no, twice on me. And when he came back, I think he expected that reaction that you just did right now, like, I'm just sulking and saying, umekuwa wapi? But he found me eating my popcorns very nicely. Sina ubaya na mtu. Nah, I was watching some series on Netflix, and I immediately he came in. I started telling him about the series. So he's like, "Wait, is this woman normal? She's supposed to be quarreling and saying all this."
Muguruki.
Yes, but I'm there like, alafu akamwambia asiniguze. Na huyo so he's looking at me. He's confused. So that time I knew he was cheating on me, but
Oh,
I ignored.
wait. Pull up. You're too fast. How did cheating come into the bracket? He just went out. How would you know he was cheating?
But my friends have told me, my friends have sent me screenshots, they've sent me
Ah,
photos,
wait.
videos, everything.
Your friends were sending you screenshots. Were they accomplice ama walikuwa hao ndio walikuwa your pruanga ya mihadarati ya mapenzi?
Ni kama unajua, I don't know, sijui kwa nini when you get into a relationship, somehow people just wear the tags of FBI, CIA, DEA on your relationship, and they decide, you know what, Muhonja is our sister, and when she's in love, she's stupid, so we are here to help her.
Girl
So
power.
yes, girl power. Imagine it's not even girls alone, even men, even dudes would come like, hey, Muhonja, this guy of yours is there's something very off about him. And then because we've grown up in that era where you think that love that is talked about in a negative way is the true love, I felt that way and I believed it that way. So I could see the red flags, but I chose to ignore them because of what society has taught me to see as love.
Love
So
must be tough. People have to
love must be
fight real
tough.
love.
Exactly. Exactly. Yet that is the wrong perspective of all this. Love is beautiful. So I knew Daktari was cheating on me at this time, but it is what it is. And one time, so he comes, he spent, I think, 3 days outside. I knew where he was. I knew who he was with because photos and everything, but I didn't ask him about it. So I just enjoyed, I think I enjoyed the fact that he felt very uncomfortable because I didn't ask him about it. I'm cooking, he's
Sorry,
scared.
I have to interrupt this because this got me laughing. Muhonja, wewe ni psycho. Unajua ninja ina cheat lakini umenyamazia story.
Nakwanga hivyo.
Umenyamazia.
That's me. That's
Muhonja, give
me.
me your heart and courage. Siwezi. Hi.
I always make
Uh, Musindi anasema Marion, aki daktari wewe. I was waiting for the part ya making your hair. Ati unalala. Aki daktari.
Nangorota. Aki.
Na sasa Barbara ameuliza swali kiulizo. Ako na kiulizo. Following.
Yeah.
Daktari must be Luo.
No.
Okay. It's all right. Ana cheat na wewe unakula popcorns. Are you normal?
I know.
You know what, guys? Let's get some music because ataka Muhonja to pay his story. Meanwhile, in case you haven't watched any of Muhonja's work, Maze, you are doing us a disservice because this beauty has great stuff there on YouTube. So tutakuwa tunawapia kionjo, then you come through. Twende kazi.
sitaachana na wewe, sitafuatana na wewe, sitalialia na wewe, sitacheka na wewe. Sasa iweje leo hii mwili wangu hutaki tena dadi. Sasa iweje leo hii mwili wangu hutaki tena mpenzi. Eti umepata mwingine ni mweupe kunishinda dadi. Eti umepata mwingine amebeba kunishinda dadi. Eti umepata mwingine amejaza kunishinda dadi. Niambie nitafanya, nieleze, nitatenda, nijulishe, nitambue. Niambie nitafanya, nieleze, nitatenda.
Muhonja, hata kama ni mimi siwezi pita mbali. Hiyo ni mali ya Mungu, aki ni Yesu tu. Muhonja.
Yes.
Who does that? Muhonja, was that a vixen in that clip ama ni wewe? I'm just asking for other African men.
I'm also trying to find out who that was.
I must tell you, that vixen should feature in our next video, the one we will be doing.
Tumtafute.
Yes. If you agree with me, kindly let us know in the comment section. Anasema hapa, wow, umepata mwingine amebeba kunishinda. What more could they be having? Because
Really?
that lady in that clip. Ninanyongwa. Si ati ninanyongwa. Kiprorod amesema the best medicine, kula popcorn. Ikirudi alafu weka wimbo, wewe ni taka. That's the song. Lakini mko na ubaya sana. So Muhonja, I want to correlate this song and your experience by that time, whereby Jama is cheating, mpaka uko na evidence, lakini sasa wewe badala you left, you still staying in that WhatsApp group and asking him, what more do you want? Were you nuts?
I think I was nuts. First, because, I really appreciate the fact that you create these platforms, because this is where we learn and understand that love should not feel like this, should not be like this, but it should be like this. Because it's all my time, we didn't have people who spoke about this openly. You'll agree with me that matters, love, sex, everything are taboo to us in our African culture. And you don't sit down to talk about those things. So I didn't know about these things because they were never spoken about. So for me, the fact that he cheated and he came back to me, there's this thing of he'll just cheat and still come back to me, and it makes you feel better as a woman. I think I believe that. And it's just funny because, hey, wow.
That is the point, Muhonja, unachukua firimbi. Where is that firimbi by any chance? Do you have it?
Nikipuliza hii firimbi tutafukuzwa hapa be. Oh, did you tell them I'm in Watamu? I'm just having hata my accent has changed. Hey. So nikipuliza hii firimbi wanyama wote wataingia hapa ndani and the show will stop. And we have to speak about Daktari today.
Okay, awesome. So you are there, Daktari is cheating, you have the evidence, you're eating your popcorn, and you are still asking him, what more do you want? So
Mm.
was it a one-time thing? Ama kulikuwa na...
No, no. Hiyo ilikuwa number one. So the second time, this is also another funny story. I knew he was cheating on me again, and now this time with someone I knew. Neighbors had told me about it. Like, our jobs, like my job as an artist entails me leaving the house in the evening and sometimes coming back late into the night at around 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Maybe because I'm in studio or I'm doing the live performances at night, or sometimes if I've gone very far away and I don't see the need to come back home, I'll just spend at the closest band member's place. Yeah. So usually that's what happened. And he knew me very well. He understood the assignment and knew every Thursday, Muhonja does not come back home because it's far. She spends at so and so's place. So I can bring people in and then make them leave very early in the morning before the neighbors wake up. But surprisingly, neighbors always know which woman slept where. But when you ask them about who stole what, they don't know. Absolutely.
Maybe they are also trying to get his attention. You know, Daktari treats a lot of patients.
Hey, and that time was handsome. I tell you, hey,
Are you saying I'm otherwise?
I know you're very handsome. I told you
Thank
this.
you.
I
Oh.
told you. I told
Ladies,
you.
in case you didn't know, Muhonja
Yeah,
just confirmed it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And if I
So,
say it, no one can tell you nothing.
pause. Tuendelee na hiyo story ya Daktari. So Daktari brought in foreigners in the wee nights.
Yeah.
Alafu wanatoka mapema kukielekea kukucha. And your
So,
neighbors didn't tell about it, or they told about it.
they did tell about it. So one time, I think I was getting tired, not really tired, but curious. I wanted to see, are these people saying the truth? So I had a neighbor who lived exactly opposite where I stayed, and her name was Mercy. Let's call her Mercy today. So
Mercy.
Mercy, yes, Mercy saw everything that was going on, and she had just given birth, and the boyfriend had run away. So that's how we became friends, because me being the founder of these associations to do with young mothers and all that. So that's how we became friends in the first place.
Yeah.
So when we spoke, she was like, "Hey, Mama, there's something I want to tell you about." So yeah, she mentioned it, and I was like, okay, fine, let's devise a plan. So I lied to my boyfriend, my beloved Daktari, that I had gotten a trip to Rwanda.
Red flag
And
namba ngapi? When you want to start lying to catch them, that's a red flag by itself.
no, tumefika red flag 16 hapa ama. So I lied to my boyfriend that I was traveling to Rwanda for a music festival that would take me about 3 days. And you should have seen how my dear Daktari was crying. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna miss you. Oh my God. So mimi na yeye sako kwa bako he used to drive. So he drove me to town, and then I told him, so you can go back to your job because now I have to wait for my other band members. You can't stand here with me. So just drop my mizigos here. I wait for my band members. And like, are
So
you
you
okay?
went to the airport with your bags packed,
Hey, vibaya sana.
devising a plan how to catch a
Yes,
cheating Daktari.
yes. So after that, I think I did a rough estimate of by now he should have said you need, and I said sawa. So I took also an Uber back home, and this time I'm communicating with Mercy, and I'm asking her, is he there yet? And then she's like, no, he's not here. So I rush, I take my things, I get to Mercy's place, and
Usiniambie Muhonja ametufanyia ile kitu. Muhonja, I know people are
Rwanda.
calling you. Some people are trying to call Muhonja when we are in the middle of juicy juicy stuff. But then again, let's see. Maze muache hiyo katabia. Si mkae tu vizuri tu muache hiyo katabia. Muhonja, what is wrong with your relatives? Who has sent them?
Hey, my villagers are doing that thing, eh?
You're spoiling their good son's name, I can tell.
No, yes. Yes. So I get there and I get to Mercy's place and we decide, sawa, let's see how it unfolds. And let me tell you, it was about 1 hour after I had arrived there that I saw my beloved Daktari walk into my house with his woman.
Sayo Daktari is saying, Dovu niku!
Ndogo ni kuu, nakwambia na hapangwingwi saa hiyo. So he's working, and this chick is my friend. In fact, one of the ladies who would tell me, "Hey, you see this boyfriend of yours, Miss Impendi, you know." So I watched them.
Red flag namba ngapi?
77.4.
Dem rafiki yako akikuja sana kuhusu boyfriend wako, either kuna ukweli ama uongo.
Ni kweli kabisa. So I'm there. Mercy is telling me, twende tuwakute. And I say, no. Hold on. Hold your horses. So I let him be. That is day one. And that day one, he even calls me. He video calls me.
Wait. I'm sorry I keep interrupting you. So you left Daktari to enjoy the evening.
Yeah.
And you are next door, watching from the balcony.
I'm in Rwanda, as far as I'm concerned.
Kwa Mercy. Rwanda kwa Mercy.
Rwanda kwa Mercy.
Kigali.
Kigali. So, I'm serious. I mean,
you are a psycho. You are a psycho.
No, I'm not a psycho. I know myself too well. I understand myself too well to engage in things that are gonna mess with my, sanity, emotions. So I just block. Yeah. So Mercy is telling me, twende tuwakute. I'm like, no, let them be. So this is day one. Day two, the same day one, my beloved Daktari video calls me and we speak and we have fun. He's like, how is Rwanda? I'm like, hey babe, we are tired, but Rwanda is amazing. Then he goes like, tomorrow you should video call me and show me around. And I'm like, baby, I got you, baby. And I think he feels so good about it and he sleeps. Day two, I told him I would come. I actually told him I would stay in Rwanda for 7 days, but I came on day 3. I came on day. So day 2, they're there. We could see them buy things together. Sometimes this dear beloved friend of mine would put on my clothes, when they're going to find their lunch and all that. So when it came to day 3, I decided enough is enough because now their guard is down. No one is thinking I could do anything. They actually have believed that I went to Rwanda, and I had spoken to guys in my band. So if anyone called you or met you in town, please, Muhonja is in Rwanda, okay?
Na wewe na akikutana nawe Nairobi and you look like you are not in Nairobi, you just say this is Rwanda.
As far as we're concerned, So we are there, and then I decided, I think today is just today. Their guard is down. They didn't even lock the door from outside. The door was open, and the distance from Mercy's place to my place was like exactly opposite. So I just tiptoe into the living room. So now this is where we say, so I go, I can hear everything that's happening in the bedroom, yeah?
What was happening in the bedroom? Please
so much
paint the image. Paint the image. You are an artist. Tupige picture.
I
Soundtrack.
think this is where we say parental guidance is advised. So okay. I can actually hear whatever is going on. And now this time, I can hear my boyfriend, my beloved Daktari, say that I was not good enough for him. And this friend of mine did everything better than I did. So, yes.
Unataka nini?
Unataka nini? I am in the sitting room. So I'm chilling. I had my water dispenser then was in the living room. So I think the beloved girlfriend to my boyfriend then felt thirsty. And now my boyfriend, being the macho man that he is, decided to come to the sitting room to get her some water. So he comes and he sees me, who is in Rwanda. And you know what? I'm serious. He just collapsed. So he fell on the floor.
Hey, you
Yes,
now
he
have to
fell on
become
the
the
floor.
nurse to the dying Daktari.
So I am there like, oh my God. And I think my
Mouth to
friend,
mouth, immediately mouth to mouth resuscitation.
hapana, mouth to mouth ni yeye. We are not doing mouth to mouth. We are just doing that thing. He had taught me how to do this, the
Yeah,
resuscitation.
resuscitation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. So we are there. I'm there trying to do that, and then I think the my friend had the commotion, and then she came to the living room. So she sees me and I'm like, please don't collapse yet. Let's help this
Let's
one.
help the dying. Let's help our husband.
Hold it right there. Hey, don't collapse. Let's help this one first. So we are there, we are busy. Tunapepeta, tulipepeta. So he comes back to his senses, and both of them are like, you know what, we can explain. I told them it's okay. I understand. I'm an understanding person. Things
I'm a woman
happen.
like you.
We are human beings. But what I want you two to do is pack anything that you think is yours in this house and leave right now. I don't want no explanation. I don't want to listen to nothing, because what are you going to explain to me? We are peeing on the nothing. You can't tell me nothing that will actually make sense to me. So I told them to take anything, even if it was mine, and they felt that it was theirs, that was okay, as long as they left mine. And in this case, neighbors had already started gathering around the house because they knew, hey, this was going to be drama. But I'm not a dramatic person, and I'm not a person who appreciates confrontations. No. So they were so disappointed with me, and they actually were the ones who were lashing out at the two of them. So I told them, just dress up, get your things, walk away from my life. You can imagine. And I thought I was done with that. I blocked Daktari everywhere. I blocked my beloved friend everywhere. But surprisingly, I had forgotten to block my Daktari on email. Now,
Chai, Daktari is smart. How can you block
Daktari
him
is
everywhere
smart,
but the email?
but the email. Because, it's not in your mind at that point that someone can actually sit down and think, let me send this
Facebook,
person
block.
an
Hebu
email.
tuanze kublock. Aya, block Facebook. Facebook,
Una block na mafijo, unaona vinauma
Instagram,
mdomo hizo.
Twitter, Tinder.
Yes. Ah,
Au kwa Tinder? Okay, sawa.
hapana. So you can imagine. Imagine, I've blocked this Daktari of mine everywhere. And
Umeokoteka huku. Before we
this is
continue,
the third
mami,
time.
we'll talk about the blocking. Wamesema Daktari collapses. Too much emotions. He was being emotional.
Emotional damage, yeah.
Wacha nikuwe single. Mimi na watu weupe hatupigani. Brown skin. Chukua.
Umetoka wapi?
Charles ameshindwa kukuuliza swali, amefanya tu hivi. Mako.
Yes.
Daktari fainted. Uko na roho ya chuma mama. Hiyo ni swali. Hakuna kupigania mtu aseme kama ni wako ama anataka wale weupe. Muhonja. You are really encouraging the brown skin sugar or the brown sugar generation. Wamesema ni sawa. We are not fighting for white skins anymore.
No.
Blocking email kwa daktari.
Daktari akaamua, let me come in via email, and he sent me a very nice. He's smart. Let's start from there. He starts by introducing himself. Remember, this is someone who's been
Dear Muhonja. Hiyo ni barua. Tuandike barua ya nani ya daktari. Dear Muhonja. Okay, mimi nimeanza. Dear Muhonja.
No, he never used to call me Muhonja. I am baby girl. If we're in a relationship, who is Muhonja? Muhonja is the
Okay.
name my mother calls me, not
Okay.
you.
Dear
Yeah.
baby girl.
Baby. Yes, baby girl.
Endelea sasa na sentence ya pili. Wacha nianze statement. Dear baby girl.
I hope you're well.
It has
I
been.
yes.
Unasema sentence moja, mimi nasema ingine. Wacha kuwa na
Sawa.
kierere.
Sawa.
Tuanze tena
Sawa.
afresh. Dear
Ama wewe
baby
ndo
girl.
daktari.
Mimi ni daktari, lakini unasoma sentence ya pili alafu mimi najiandikia ya tatu.
Sawa.
Tukapange. Okay?
Sawa.
English is our language. Dear baby girl.
I trust you're well.
It has been 2 months since I heard anything from you.
But I've been checking you out all along, and I must say my heart bleeds.
It bleeds because every time I open to look at you, I feel the pain that I caused you.
And I know you hate me right now. I know you wanna kill me, but just give me a chance to speak to you about something.
Even before I can speak that something that I want to say, I want you to know that you are the first ever love in my life.
Ay! Oh my God! Tuachie hapo, tuendelee.
It's all right.
He says that
Daktari, write the letter. Tuendelee.
he says that he has done everything, and I am the first person who made him realize that he loves me, and he is willing to make things right with me. So
Oi.
remember, in mara ya tatu he's cheating, and I'm forgiving it. So I say, okay. Then in the email he says, give me one last chance. If it does not work this time, then you're free to let me go and block me everywhere. So I right, cool, it's fine. So I forgive my beloved Daktari again, and we hook up. And when we hook up, he knows I love flowers. So he
Chai.
brings me flowers. Yes, he brings me flowers and chocolate. And because of the luya in me, I love eating. And I
So
love eating.
the flowers were to melt your heart. The
Yeah,
chocolates were to raise your temperatures. Okay, continue.
yeah. So you can imagine, I am there thinking about, wow, wow, wow. He has done everything, but he bought me flowers. He bought me chocolate. So I'm forgiving him. Everyone is
After
like,
all, to error is to man.
yes. And then he is trying. He has put effort and he's sorry. You know,
I'm
you're
sorry.
forgiving yourself all along. So I forgive that guy. And this time again, he comes back home. Remember, I had told them to take their things and go. So when he comes back, I think we had 2 more episodes of him cheating and me forgiving and stuff until one time that I knew I was done completely, because what happened was it was my birthday and I was playing at a certain gig at Riverside, and I was still mad at this Daktari because of the cheating that he had done on me for the umpteenth time, and I was not speaking to him. And you're telling each other, you know what? Today we are not blocking him. He needs to understand that I can move on. He should be there and see me succeed in life, so I'm not blocking him. So I am there thinking and thinking and thinking, and it's my birthday. And Daktari, being the smart Daktari that he is, he comes to my birthday with flowers, chocolate, money, keys to a BMW.
Hey! And you know the word Daktari said, let me do it for you before utumalizie hakaka story. I know the words that Daktari said, but I'm not in a better position than our friend saying those words. And for everybody that is watching, sometimes you just have to say, I'm sorry. Ama namna gani? Fadhili Tulia, I'm sorry.
So I'm there trying to do that.
Mupenzi nimekukosea, mupenzi nimekusenya, oh nihole jina. Mupenzi nimekukosa, mupenzi nimekukosea, mupenzi nimekusenya, oh nihole jina. Juzi tumekosana, jana tukasameana, leo tena tumekosana, oh mwana shina shihole khanga. Juzi tumekosana, jana tukasameana, leo tena tumekosana, oh mwana shina shihole khanga. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry, sorry, si sorry. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry, si sorry. Nimepiga simu radio jambo, nimepiga simu patanisho, reporting a missing person, oh nihole jina. Nimepiga simu radio jambo, nimepiga simu patanisho, reporting missing person, oh nihole jina, oh. Description, Muhonja Brown, description, Muhonja Round, description, Muhonja Fulat, oh, Muhonja Shimbigit. I love you people.
Hey, mambo ya mapenzi. Mambo ya mapenzi. I'm sorry. Si sorry. Daktari comes and decides he's going to do it in style. Maua check. Chocolates check. Kifungu ya gari check. Muhonja ni nani? Ameanza kutetemeka. Mapenzi inaingia kwa roho. Muhonja ameanza kufanya ile kitu. Mpaka Fadhili amemwambia hapa, ai. I'm sorry. Meanwhile, I see Muhonja is here to finish her story. But let's get to the comment section. Muhonja, unataka kusikia watu wanasema nini huko kwa comment section? Watu wanauliza huko. That Daktari is smart. Shakira, thank you so much. Dear baby girl, I wish you all the best. I have moved on with my light-skinned baby girl. I apologize, my queen. Lakini wewe rada upende watu wewe. Okay. Nani anasema, Nori anasema, Eli, wacha tusikie hiyo barua inasema vipi. Tumesawaambia venye nyinyi unaona watu wanapenda stories za watu. I told you. There are people who hivi tu mdomo. Did he mention that he can't eat or sleep? Back to you in the at the studio. The lies men and women tell. All of a sudden they can't sleep, they can't eat. I'm sorry. Waluya tutakufa na chakula. Waluya tutakufa na food. Food made Muhonja forget.
Yes, and forgive.
Again. Kwani ulipikiwa kamote? Na forgive mtu. It's a swali kiulizo. Hey. Charles has listened to your story. Amefika mahali sana, this is too much. Have you ever experienced an abusive relationship while growing up from your parents or guardians? Because this one is too much. Ni kama umezoea hii kitu. You'll be answering those questions later on. Halafu umeambiwa shina shihore kananga. Eh? Eish! What is happening here? Ni Radio Chambo. Wewe wachana na mambo ya Radio Choabo. Ni Radio Chambo. Huko ndio Waluya wanapenda patanisho. But for now, patanisho iko hapa. So Muhonja, the keys to the new BM are there. What did you do? Did you take the keys? Did you take the man? Or did you take both?
No. So there's this thing of us glorifying poverty, and you don't want to look materialistic. If you ask me right now, I wish I took that.
Ujinga ulifanya.
So I was like, babe, I know you hurt me, you broke my heart, but then it's okay. I'll just take the flowers and the chocolate, and then because it's my birthday, I didn't choose to drink, Then I would take like.
I like the then part.
The then, underline then. So I never used to drink then, and I think he just got me a shot of tequila or something, and I was done. But now, in the course of that whole thing, there was some guy, I think he was from Russia or something, who was so rich, and he liked me, and he wanted to spoil me like. So it's egos fighting each other. So if he gets the people who are benefiting here were my band members. Yeah, like he would look at this and say, "I'm gonna buy this really at 30,000," and then my then Daktari would go like, "This one thinks 30,000 is a lot of money. He gets something for like 20. I mean 50. Like so, it was a competition here and there. So anyway, we had fun. I took my flowers. I rejected the BMW gift because I didn't want to look materialistic. I wanted to show him that it's you I love. Nothing that
you wanted to look makongalistic. When mtu wa makonga and above, sio materials.
Yes, I was stupid and naive. Try me. Someone should just try me now and see. They should try me. So we go home. And in the course of the party, it's my birthday and people are drinking. There's a lot of drinks. There's a lot of fun. I was not a drinker. I was sober the entire time. The one shot of tequila that I took, and it did nothing to me. So we go home. I'm pulling my baby. Hata tumeacha gari pale nini mali tulikuwa nacheza because I don't want my baby to get into something. Yet we have just reconciled. Yeah. So we go home. Unfortunately, he lost his phone in the hula baloo of dancing and arguing with the Russian guy here and there. He lost his phone. So he wakes up in the morning and says, "You know what? I can't be offline because I am a doctor. I need
Daktari.
to attend to a few things." He is Daktari, So he tells me, before I go get myself a new phone, can I just renew my line down here and then put it into your phone? Then just get to see who has looked for me, who has not, what I can act on right away, what I can postpone, and blah, blah, blah. So he does that. My phone was dual SIM then. So he does exactly that. And we are just chilling. I think he was watching something on the laptop. Harry Potter. It was Harry Potter.
Chai.
Yes. He's watching.
Magic was happening. So I'm just chilling, sina ubaya na mtu, and then a message pops up. And I'm looking at the message. It says, Daktari Junior was born today. Yesu nimebaki nawe.
That is the point, ni wewe Yesu ina. Now you understand why I say ni Yesu tu, yani, it's just, ni Yesu. It's Jesus, it's the Lord. Hey, so I think I am hallucinating and I'm like, baby, no, I know you've changed. I know, you're fine, you cheated on me 1.5 hours ago, but I know you changed because you said it. And I believe you. So I don't understand where this is coming from. So he goes like, he didn't even look up. Like if I got you with that kind of message, you would look up and go like, huh? So I tell him, the lady had sent a message using his surname, and she said, so and so, let's say Likuyani Junior has been born today. And clearly, that is not a message that is directed to someone else, because it's your phone and you're the same Likuyani. So I'm there trying to make sense of all this, to piece everything that is going on, and nothing makes sense at that point.
The only
And
problem that I see here, Muhonja, you have to be realistic.
Mhm.
Pregnancy does not happen within 12 hours and delivery.
Yes,
Sasa wewe
yes.
ulikuwa unapiga hesabu gani? Huyu ni mtu wa 9 months ago. Daktari had changed.
No, my guy had changed. That is why I'm telling you, I approached him in a good way and said, baby, I know the devil is trying all ways and means. And that particular day, we had woken up. Yeye ndo aliniambia, we woke up to watch War Room. There's a movie called War Room, if you're not familiar with it, that says, as a woman of God, you're supposed to go down on your knees and call unto Jesus and call unto
When
the Lord.
other women are calling on him, you call on God.
I am calling unto the Lord and saying, Jesus, you're going
My
to deliver
Redeemer
my family,
lives.
my
War room.
Daktari. And then he's the one who's telling me, you see, it's not my wish to cheat, but every time I cheat, just go on your knees. And I'm like, yeah, baby, I think you're right. I think you're right. So you go outside there and cheat. I'll be on my knees here, just praying and fasting in the name
Hallelujah.
of Jesus. Yes.
Shantara
So
Baba Shantara Gakakam.
yeah, we had watched War Room. I had cried, and I had seen the guy had changed after the woman went and locked herself in the closet to cry unto the Lord, unto Jesus. So I was willing to do that for my beloved Daktari. And now here we are faced with this. And let me tell you, we had discovered other children in the course of the months that we had dated. But this particular one got right into my heart. And instead of reacting, I was very calm. Naturally, I'm a calm person. If something happens to me, I am very calm. I take some time to just reflect on everything. But then when my irrational side comes up, you won't even deal with it. So I am trying to be very rational at this particular point and telling my baby, I know, fine, if it's in the past, that's okay. But then who is he? He presses play on the laptop on Harry Potter and moves on like nothing happened. Here we are. I am concerned because the lady says the baby has complications because the baby was born premature, and there are some things that she needs to find out from this person. And to crown it all, this lady was twice as old as my Daktari. So it's like he was in a friendship. I knew the lady, by the way, and I asked him about it, and he said, no, this is someone that I just like as a friend, and we work together, especially when it comes to ward rounds. Yes. And there was even a time when I had a couple of things to carry with me, like files and documents, that I needed to work on when I got home, but I didn't have time to work on them then. And he actually sent me to this particular woman to work on my assignments at her place. So I was like, if Daktari can send me to this woman's place, then there's nothing that's going on between them.
What is the worst that could happen?
Shock on me. She was, I think, if I calculated, if I did it retrospectively, she was, I think, 3 months pregnant then when I was busy doing my assignments there, and she knew what was going on. She knew everything. He knew everything, but I was naive. I didn't know nothing. And surprisingly, when this happened, this is when I realized I was done completely. I wanted nothing to do with the guy. I didn't have any pain in my heart. I didn't have any bitterness. All I wanted was for him to just live my life. And when he had me say that, he thought I was joking, and he laughed. And I said, it's okay, you just laugh and do that. The first thing I did is I called my friend. I called a friend of mine and I said, hey, this is what has happened. And I was not crying. I had a gig, but unfortunately I could not even sing in the gig because I would break down at intervals of 1.67 seconds when I remember what was awaiting me at home. And when I remember of how Daktari had given me the seriousest character developments of that time, I would break down. And my friend did the gig for me, the whole gig for me. So I'm really grateful to her. And here I am trying to figure out, how do I tell my mom this is what has happened? How do I go back to my parents and say, Mom, you were right, Dad, you were right,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I decided, let me block this guy out of my life. That is where I moved out of where I used to stay. I applied for a job. I sank into depression. I got the job. I deleted all my social media accounts and I went MIA. And unfortunately, Daktari found me. Like, I had blocked him everywhere, but he located me. Because he would text me, he would stalk me and say, I love the new boots. And honestly, I was in new boots. I would be in new boots at that point, but I didn't know how he knew that. So, meaning he was watching me. I went and reported to the police because I was scared for my life, because this is someone clearly who's narcissistic, psychopathic, and all that. So he
Yeah.
would do anything that would come cross his mind and move on with his life like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And there, as usual, the police will go like, well, they ignore it. And I'm there just thinking and saying, I think I don't have the energy to start fighting and praying and going down on my knees. This is the right time for me to just focus, because everyone has told me this is not the right person. My parents have told me the universe is speaking, God is speaking, everyone is speaking. My heart has now spoken to me and said, hey, Muhonja, I know you're stupid when it comes to love, but now here you have to use your brains. And that is when I decided enough was enough. So even when he was coming to my place that day after like 5 months, and I was in shock, and I was going for an interview, for a job interview that I had qualified for, and he's there, I am shocked. But at the same time, he has come with a car. So please, baby, drop me to the interview. And he says, fine. And good luck, I get the job. So I think he was not prepared for that. I was empowered. I had my own money. You have your money hata kama ni pesa kidogo, because he had a lot of money. Even if it's very little money, but you have money to buy yourself stuff, and you don't have to go back to the same situation every now and again, because now you're empowered, you're enlightened, you can now see clearly. That is what I was at that particular time. And I laugh about it nowadays. We are very good friends. We laugh about it. Sometimes I would just call him and go like, what do you take me for? Unafikiriaga mimi ni mjinga kiasi gani?
Unanibebaje mandazi?
Unanibebanga aje wewe? And then we laugh about it. And I'm like, I hope you changed your ways. I hope the person that you're seeing right now is looking at you from a different perspective. Because wewe, hapana, wewe tu, maneno yako yani ni yes. And we speak and laugh about it and all that. But in real sense, this is where the Aki Daktari comes in. Mm.
Aki
Mm.
Daktari. And that's a beautiful story to listen to. And I don't know, some people might look only at the negative aspect of this story, but this is such a beautiful, amazing, empowering story, because it ends with the fact that Muhonja notices there's nothing as important as financial freedom. And a lot of us, especially ladies, unfortunately, stay in some sort of relationships because it's convenient. Sometimes you have to, roll up your sleeves and get to work and liberate yourself financially. It's important to be financially free or independent. That is number one. The other story I'm learning from this Muhonja, and I know there are a lot of other moral stories that come through it, is we have so much exalted pain that we underestimate how sweet and great peace of mind is. And this really tears down our mental health, because I can only imagine what you went through that period and the things you are imagining. And it comes to a point you start doubting who you are as an individual. Your self-esteem gets, flat beaten until you doubt every single day what you're capable of as a human being. These are things that I'm learning from this story. What is your takeaway? Hii ni message gani unaweza ambia wasee as we close down Muhonja, before nikusomee vile umepelekenisha huko kwa statements za comments?
So I think it's all about the simplest thing I would say is love is beautiful. Love is not painful. Love should not. I mean, if you love someone, sometimes their actions might um, unintentionally lead to pain in your life. For example, if you blue ticked me, I would not be upset because I'm not in love with you. Yeah. If I blue ticked you either, in the same way, you would not feel pain. But if someone you love blue ticked you, you would feel pain. And that is how love feels like. We are used to this kind of cruel love where you're ignoring each other because your egos are here. You don't want to speak fast because you don't want to be seen as desperate. You don't want to apologize when you're wrong because you want to feel like mimi ni baby girl, anafaa kunifuata niambie pole, na hata kama mimi nimekosa, mamangu alisema msinigombanishe, you know. And we are there where it feels so good to fight with your partner 24/7 just to make up with them for 20 minutes. You feel so good parading all your stuff on Instagram, Facebook, IG, YouTube, and everything about how good your love life is, yet deep down, you know exactly nothing like that is on the ground. Yani kwa ground vitu ni different. But all I could say is love is beautiful, especially if it's mutual. I love you, you love me. It flows. Yes, you might have these things that are coming in between. Yeah, there are some challenges that come in that are normal because you two are different people. But one thing that we need to understand is these other things are sideshows. Love is as clear and as plain and as vulnerable as, hey, baby, I'm not okay because you didn't speak to me this time and I'm worried. Are you fine? Are you okay? And he goes like, hi, baby, I am held up, but let me call you at 5 p.m. because that's when I'm going to have some time. As simple as that. But let's not normalize painful love. Let's not normalize love that is, it does not have any direction, love that is full of a lot of fights, a lot of violence, because I'm an ambassador against gender-based violence, and I would not sit here and say if you are fighting, this saying ya Kiswahili wagombana ndo wapata nao. No, love should not feel like that. That's all I could say.
Wow, 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 Muhonja. That's deep, intense, I can say that. And I will quickly go to the comment section. And every guy that is watching, lady that is watching tonight, Maze, I hope you've learned one or two from this personal story. It takes a lot of courage to share very intimate stories. A lot of people will come here and then they will start looking like they are not looking, and then they will just say things that are not headed anywhere. But Muhonja, that is so courageous that you can come and share with everybody here on Dr. Fix It so that we can help people actually move beyond the pain, move beyond the betrayal, and move towards healing and total self-realization. So let me just say, kuna mtu amekukasirikia anasema, Muhonja, ningekuwa karibu ningekuzaba kofi. Unakataje kisa BMW? Sara amesema hata jibu kwa sababu mmekubaliana na hiyo ujinga ulifanya ilikuwa ujinga kimataifa. Who does that? BMW. Muhonja, you took the flowers. Zilikuwa sukuma wiki. Wewe unachukwaje? Right now, we can't try you, my Muhonja. Character development was served its purpose. Okay. Don't try Muhonja kwa sababu atakuonyesha ile kitu. Muhonja, Soka Banta goes ahead and say, Muhonja, you are the reason why Jehovah Wanyonyi died.
Really?
Hata, okay, these guys have decided to make it their own conversation, but it's okay. We enjoy those kind of interactions. Hata saa zingine huyu devil ulimdanganyia Muhonja yao. Wewe unadanganyia shetani. Yaani shetani tu ameka hivi hana shughuli. Alafu unadanganyia. It is the devil. It is the devil. No wonder she says ni Yesu tu.
Ni Yesu.
Aki, the stories I hear and see, I can only trust my sons for now. It's great that you've said for now because they are men. Soon they'll be like their fathers. You need a divine intervention, Muhonja. Sasa sijui ni nani, sijui ni personal. Amesema I'm watching. Sama hero, I'm watching. Sijui.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you so much for watching. And I think we've sampled out most of them. And finally, let's just get this one from Njekita, who said, Muhonja, let's not normalize painful love. And again, man, we want to say, rather, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say it's a pleasure always bringing this kind of conversation here. And if you have a story you want to share with us, you know how to reach out to us. Sio ngumu sana. You can head out to our YouTube channel, that is the Arts in Heart Official. Subscribe there. Send in your comments in those videos. You know, interact with us. Let us know if these clips make sense to you, if these stories make sense to you. We have our Facebook that is platform, which is the Arts in Heart, and without forgetting on Instagram, the Arts_in_Heart, and without tumeanza ingine tunaita anchor, banze tunapepea. Naona joto ya Mombasa ya Malindi inasumbua huyu msichana wetu, tutamrelease tumpee fan ajipepete nayo. She's in Watamo. The artsinheart at gmail and then .com, and you know, reach us on +2547916664445. Only WhatsApp text. We don't take calls on that number. Sawa sawa. So Muhonja, to that young lady that is stuck between making that decision of leaving or staying, what is your final appeal to them?
When you say young, young is ambiguous. There's too young and
That
no
youthful
young.
lady or gentleman, they are in a so toxic relationship, lakini tu, yani hawajui, where do they get the courage to move out and rebuild themselves?
Yeah. First, I'd like to say I'm very grateful to the communities and agencies I work for and with, like AMREF Health Kenya, UN Women, amongst others, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Embassy of Netherlands, because they've given me the platform to speak about everything to do with toxicity, gender-based violence, sexual harassment and violence in marriages, in relationships. And all I can say is there is no shame in walking away from an abusive marriage, friendship, relationship, etc. There is absolutely no shame. And I like to use myself as an example. And you see that a lot on my WhatsApp. I say, I would rather skip and hope carefully from one relationship to another. My mom is watching and we have these conversations all the time. And I tell her, and I love my parents because they are amazing when it comes to this. They're like, you know what? No one has sent you away from our home. If you're not comfortable, come back home. Yeah. So I want to tell that young girl that it's not okay to be in an abusive relationship. There are very many forms of violence. One is physical, pale mangumi, mateke, and everything. Second is verbal. This is matusi, anakuita hii, anakuita hii. Third is emotional, where they come in and manipulate you, gaslight you, tell you things, and you're like, wow, am I really this? And you actually start believing them. The third one is sexual, where there's rape, there's FGM, there's everything to do with that, you know, everything to do with sexual harassment in the relationship, in the friendship, there's manipulation and all that. There's financial, where you do everything and then they're just there and you just provide, they take control of everything. There are different forms of violence. Just sit down and assess. If you can't, there are professionals who can help you do that. And I am one of them. If you follow me on my social media platforms and send me a DM or just get my number from I don't know where, because my number apparently is everywhere. And we can just speak about it. If I can't handle you, I can link you or refer you to professionals who can assist you in doing away with this kind of relationship, because once it starts, that is it. It will persist, it will continue, and every time it will go a notch higher, a notch higher. Today, I was pointing at you. Tomorrow, I'll slap you. The other day, I'm going to choke you, hold you in a chokehold. The other day, tomorrow, I'm going to kill you. So just know that you are beautiful enough, you're good enough, you're everything. No one should tell you nothing. Just be yourself. The right person will come. At the end of the day, don't just stay there because you want to maintain standards. Everyone knows if I am single, I am single, and I don't care about it. I don't. I'd rather be single than be in a relationship where people are just laughing and going like, she's here showing, setting standards, and we know what the guy does. We know what the guy, does behind the back. I would rather not. It's okay. You're enough. You're good enough. Just be you. Just do you. Someone right will come, or you will look for that someone right at the end of the day.
Muhonja, where can we get you? Wewe unapatikana wapi online? And actually, for those who don't know, Muhonja is a musician and a great one for that matter. Peana mbarna zenye watu wanaweza kupigia ama wakutafute.
Oh, thank you. So on Facebook, it's Muhonja, Muhonja on Facebook. That's my Facebook account. If you DM me, I will see it. My Facebook page is Muhonja, but Muhonja Afrika, and Africa is a K. Yes. On Instagram, Muhonja_Africa. On YouTube, Muhonja Africa, or sometimes you can see Muhonja and the icon for Africa there. On Twitter, unfortunately, I forgot my password, so I don't know what happens in Twitter, but ni Yesu too. But unless it's something that seriously needs some tweaking here and there, then I can work.
Hey, Muhonja, the relatives have decided to call her when we're finishing. But then again, thank you so much, Muhonja, for coming. She was saying her final remarks. But we do this again on Tuesday as we begin with Nobody Cares. And we have the perspective on Thursday. And of course on Friday, where we have the relationship issues on Fridays. And we go to a season 3 come the month of February. Join us as we bring you this and much more. For now, I want to wish you with one piece from Muhonja, a cover she's doing, Tam Tam by Sally Nyolo.
Wanatege machong matege yo manitamya iya Ethiopian maningala matege yo nganila kiri watege mon besti tinga matege mon manitamya iya Ethiopian tam tam amote tam sabike tam tam atonge tam sabike tam 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 amote tam sabike manitamya iya Wanatege minga mateo, wanatege machong mateo, manitamya iya Ethiopian, nganila mateo, nganila ki